And we're back. The sound is still off. I tried many things to mess with it, and I just can't get it to work right. So we're gonna do this. And we're arriving at Fire Mountain. By the way, if you're wondering, you're not missing anything with the music. It's pretty forgettable stuff. It's really forgettable. Ah yes, the Cliff's Notes version of the Dragon Ball story. That's what you're getting here, basically. So let's talk some more about the game. The game came out to almost no fanfare. It got some decent critical reviews. GameSpot gave it a 7.5, which I thought was rather unusual. The things it docked it for was the aforementioned, the first two levels are kind of dull complaint. I don't see how you can really worry about that too much, considering how extremely short the levels are, and in fact how short the game is. The game is just very, very short. But the first levels are so short that even if you absolutely hated them, which I don't, you're not spending enough time, you know. It's extremely short, so what's the point, you know? And they docked it points for apparently having no co-op mode. I didn't realize that co-op was a requirement of portable GBA games, because, you know, there are so many other GBA games that have absolutely amazing co-op modes. And they're telling us how to do a Kamehameha. And apparently, whoa, I said there was nothing in this video, as far as there's nothing going on, but yeah, so we successfully did what he told us to do, and he's amazed. Well, yeah, we're Gohan's grandson. Those of you wondering why Gohan is an old man in this, or supposedly dead, you probably haven't had much exposure to Dragon Ball as opposed to Dragon Ball Z. In Japan it's all one series, but in the US it was broken up. Dragon Ball is the Kid Goku, kind of into an adult section, which is markedly different in tone from Dragon Ball Z, even near the end of the series, when Goku's older. So the autosave kicks in, and we're ready to head off to another place. Where are we heading off to? It's one of the other actual levels in the game. In search of the final Dragon Ball, we arrive at Pilaf's castle, which was not his name in the manga, I think. Okay, so all we get is really a text description saying we lost the Dragon Balls. And Bulma is going nuts as usual, but she's not showing her breasts, which she would have done in the manga by this point. Which she had done in the manga several times by this point. Dragon Ball is an interesting series compared to Dragon Ball Z, because the lighter tone in some respects would tend to lead one to believe that it is aimed at kids, but the nudity, now I'm trying to build up speed, the nudity would tend to imply that it's not for kids, so it's a complicated series, I guess. Or maybe it's just Japanese. And we've got some new enemies here. The Red Ribbon Soldiers, we know. They're actually dogs and not pigs. Yep. These little robots here, they have a lot more health than anything we fought so far that wasn't a boss. And all this work just for a cheeseburger that we didn't need, so I feel silly now. The animation in this game is really quite good if you look at it. It's not always super smooth, but it's quite good for the system. I actually think this game is one of the better looking GBA games probably ever. There's a secret up there, but we can't really get it yet. We could try. Green dogs almost always drop. Yeah, we're doing that part from Indiana Jones. But anyway, the green dogs almost always drop an apple when you kill them. The green dogs are the grenade throwing ones. The purple dogs are the shoot you in the face with a gun ones. And the robots can fire missiles, which that one was starting to do. And they can also fire bullets. If you stand on the screen and punch in the air, like in Final Fight or whatever, sometimes you'll hit something. It's just a little thing. And, like I said, there's health everywhere. But it does spawn a black dog, and the black dogs are horrible. I despise black dogs. Not because they're black, I'm not racist. But, it's the dog part, because they're still the dogs. So let's use our Kamehameha, and it's pitifully weak at this point. It can't even kill a single dog. That will change. So let's wall jump. And wall jump a little bit just for the fun of it. Wall jumping is actually pretty fun and easy to do, although I kind of messed it up there. I was trying to wall jump to show off, and I guess I did some, but not as much as I would have liked. So let's talk about the game more after we get this capsule. It's Nuevo Extender. See that thing I was talking about? Our Niobe can now grow our staff of awesomeness. Goku's a really good crowd control character, if you haven't noticed. The Niobe staff will grow to be even longer than it is now. Yes, insert your own erection joke here. But anyway, it'll grow quite long, and then we'll be able to use it really well to clear out crowds. All this work for a life, but at least it's not all this work for a cheeseburger, which is what we did before. But back to the game. Anyway, GameSpy gave this game a 4 out of 5, which is alright, I guess. I wouldn't necessarily say the game is perfect, but it's really, really good, in my opinion. Well, do I even need to say that? Now, see, that's funny. We did all that work to get a life, and that guy just dropped a life. In fact, you can make those guys spawn again and again as much as you want, those green guys, and eventually you'll basically get all your health full again. Unless you get grenaded a million times because you suck at the game, in which case I can't help you there, but I can at least point out spawn points to abuse. Here's some black dogs. I apologize, in the last video I had kind of... Well, the mic was supposed to cut out all my breathing, and now it just sounds like Darth Vader when I'm reading it, when I'm listening to it again, but I don't really know what I can do to change that. I've messed with some stuff, and there doesn't really seem to be an easy fix for that, so I figured I'd just load it as it was, and if you can't stand it, then maybe some other fix will come along. Hopefully the way I've got everything set up now, there won't be as many problems with mouth breathing. Because I really, really do hate that myself, so I try not to visit it upon you any more than I have to. That guy fires 3 bullets, but he completely misses because, well, he didn't check the position. These security cameras do nothing but fire bullets at you. They don't, like, alert anyone. There went a rocket, and I got hit by an old World War I style grenade. And this is invincibility. Oddly enough, it's a turtle shell. A reference to Master Roshi, no doubt. Well, obviously. Most things don't die in one hit from the invincibility, though, so I usually use it just to stun people long enough for me to kind of run by them. Because I don't really like to put too much effort into it. If you press up and B while in the air, you will do a kick like I just did.